We present a literary work that tells the story of life after the death of the great pop music phenomenon, Elvis Presley. This work was written by Saint Augustine, with the participation of the Honorable Dr. Bezerra de Menezes, and published in the year 2000. Due to the richness of events and, without wanting to restrict the moments lived by the King of Rock, this story was divided into 3 videos. This one is the first. In our channel you will find the next 2 videos. And before we begin our story, I ask you to enjoy our videos and subscribe to our channel.
I sleep, wake up, and go back to deep sleep. I dreamed a lot. I was lying there, very weakened by my emotions. Everything around me was light. From side to side I couldn't move much, I was disturbing myself. What am I doing lying here, sleepy, all stretched out? I had, by my own will, the good sense to live. I had in my memory the urge to scream and call everyone around me. I was already the center of attention. I was already sharing my purest thought, nothing was sweeping the way of my living. I kept looking at those men and women dressed in white, I know I had never seen such purity. They saw me, looked at me, felt my pulse, my reaction. My guitar, my guitar, my guitar. They smiled when I said and asked for my guitar. I wanted to sing, I wanted to talk, I wanted to ask. I had never seen such a big hospital. So clean. A nurse looked into my eyes. What she wanted, I didn't know, only my will to ask. My mind wandered to the ceiling filled with bright, tiny stars. Was it God? I didn't know, I didn't feel what it was, I just know it was beautiful to die for. I began to imagine a very long line of crazy girls wanting my autograph. I didn't see anybody, nobody was asking me for anything at all. They were so peaceful, I can't even qualify. The nurse looked at me and said, "Your guitar is put away, you don't have to sing now." She shut up and I was very moved. Her gaze was angelic truth. For me they were angels telling me what to do. I noticed one man putting his hands on my heart, another putting his hands on my head. All I could see was the absolute turn to live. I wanted to live, I want to live, I love to live, I love to love, I love music, I want to dream big and be very happy, very strong. Pictures, pictures, pictures came to my mind. Flashes, 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 flashes were chasing me. I ran inside myself, I ran inside my happy life. I know how to love, I know how to live, I know how to dream. How could I dream, live, and only run away? But from whom? Who could warn me what was happening? I am a man, a boy, I want peace and to love again. The world brought me here. I don't know. I don't want to cry. I don't want to complain about anything. Just my natural anxiety. I wanted to go out, I wanted to see myself. I wanted to dance, to dance. I love to dance, I want my pants, my way of talking. All I think about is living, and I want to love. At this moment, someone speaks to me. My friend, don't worry, everything is fine. I am Dr. Bezerra de Menezes, your servant and servant. I've never heard of. He smiled. He smiled and didn't get angry. I just wanted to love my hopes, I felt like a snowball, my musical heart was getting bigger. The questions came to me, a rescue team in a place blessed by God? I suspended my head a little and saw a corridor of lights. There was no shortage of stars, they were everywhere. I remembered. I have a show scheduled, I can't stop, I'll lose money. Help me, I can't stop. Elvis, you are a little overweight, you need to take care of yourself, you are not eating well. Yeah, I know, I'm not going to be slack anymore. I'm getting sleep deprived. My God, where's my support team? The nurse answers him. We are here, we are here. We are your spiritual family. Spiritual family. What is that? A bunch of monks? The safe, happy, calm nurse looked at me as if I were a child. I wondered, who is this woman who was invading my will? She had beautiful brown eyes, so clear, they even looked like Priscilla's. Who are you? Your maid. Maid, I want my life, I want to get out of here now. She looks at me very tenderly. I looked like a baby next to her. I was lying down, she was standing up, and white. I began to realize how beautiful she was. Beautiful. Yeah, and I can still date a pretty girl. She looks at me, points her finger. Elvis, maids don't date. I am your maid. I don't know why she said that to me. I didn't make any dating proposals. How could she hear it if I didn't talk to her? I just thought. I don't usually talk to girls who respond to what I think. Usually I make the proposal, but after I became known, I couldn't do that anymore. I don't know why I started to remember my letters that my fans would give me. I remember one time a fan sent me a letter with 30 meters of paper saying, "I love you." It was so much "I love you" that I was already upset. I wondered what all this "I love you" was about. Am I so beautiful, or is it my money that she wants? What agony I felt. I felt my legs, my arms. I couldn't feel my clothes. Oh God, only rock music has value to me now. Before, rock music was love and excitement. Now it's becoming just light, illuminated rooms and corridors. Even on stage, I didn't see so much light. I don't know what that was. Hey maid, where are my clothes? I realized that I was completely naked. Only a white sheet over me. Who took my clothes off? You yourself, don't you remember? You were hot and sweaty, and we let you. Where's my comb? Maid, I need to comb my hair. My hair was wild. She looks up, smiles. She realized that I had seen my reflection in the ceiling. Your comb, sir, I will bring it. You must sleep. I don't need to sleep, please stop bossing me around. I won't, sir. Hey, why are you so formal? No, sir, my name is Maid, not formal. A voice addressed me. Son of Rock. Who are you, sir? Bezerra de Menezes. Oh, I know, it's the doctor who looks at me and bathes me in lights. Elvis was newly disincarnated. He didn't understand yet his condition of a newcomer, a spirit without a physical body. What am I doing here? I want to leave, I have a lot to do. They left me in a huge room, full of lights. But these lights were different from the ones I knew. They were I don't know exactly, but they had an air of enormous purity. I covered my eyes so that I couldn't see anything. Sir, take your hands off. I don't want to take my hands off. You are in charge of my life. I only know that I am here. I don't even know how long I have been here. I just know that I do what I want with my hands, and don't make me say anything else. Take this pill. Is it for sleeping? She stretches out her hand and hands him a pill of a very strong blue color. Elvis takes it with a glass of fluidized water, healing water, and keeps drinking. It's for sleep, son of rock. Oh, thank you, I'm very happy, now I can live in peace. He, sleepy and happy, looks at Dr. Bezerra de Menezes without disdain, thanks him smiling and fully satisfied. The nurse starts combing his hair, resting it and treating it with great care. I wanted my hair straight, very well combed and with lots of shine. My situation held me to what I wanted to see, my better life. My show I was doing myself. I slept, I simply blacked out. He needs to rest, God's missionary. She cries when she hears being called a missionary of God. I can't be a missionary if I have so much to correct in my life. Don't worry, everyone is a missionary of God. My reality is very hard, Dr. Bezerra. There is no harsher reality than that of the Messiah. The Son of Rock is here, the man, a simple boy by his measures. He endures, he understands the purpose of his reality. reality that is not known to him. The love he had for music is very impressive. He feels good despite being in a situation he doesn't know. He doesn't complain, he just wants to live. For him to live, he needs patience, he needs will, dear friend sister. Curious, she asks. Why son of rock? We are not masters of ourselves. Music has given us the balance of love and peace. We sing to live, we sing to love, we sing to renew our smiles. Religious people sing to cheer the church, Africans sing giving praise to their lives, and are grateful for the happy opportunity to live, grateful for the wonderful moment of loving nature. Blacks and whites are happy to have the magnificent opportunity to live. Because living, missionary nurse of love, is the will of God upon his children, under his laws. And music has greatly changed the feeling of interpreting the unions of the senses that are our lives. Son of Rock is just a symbol, an image that music has greatly modified, and has given it the absolute significance of representing young people being the son of rock. I do not want, by this, to establish that what has been inherited by the conduct of this boy brings us to the limits of a further understanding that places us as admirers of God, who allowed him to live by loving music, loving the family, through music, and the revised peace of his voice to every ideal of living. What I want to explain is that Son of Rock is Son of God, and that to be Son of God it is enough to follow his fundamental laws. Even those who don't believe in God, when they hear the music, are moved to tears. And the day will come when their hearts are destined to awaken, to lead their souls to love God above all things and their neighbor as themselves. The Indians used singing to heal their sick. The housewife sings and feels happy because she sings. And this boy sang what he wanted, he sang what he really wanted. And he felt in the true will to live, because to live is also to sing, so he sang in a dream, he sang in his song, and he vibrated with emotion when he sang. That's why I call him the Son of Rock. Rock leads to emotion. When sung with balance, it gives balance. Every young man who knows himself by singing what he likes and respects other songs has the possibility to love himself without forgetting his obligations of the greatest commandment, which I quoted here. Elvis listened, enjoyed every word, measured and very observant. He never tired of remembering the opportune truths explained by Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. Deeply moved, the nurse didn't say another word. She didn't want to take the time to ask any more questions, leaving it for another opportunity. And she continues combing the hair of rocker Elvis Presley. Worried about his schedule, which was full, he didn't hold back saying, "I want to sing, I need to sing. The public is waiting for me." His eyes were tuned to a previous address, which was subjected to the physical body. Evaluating his pathological situation, Dr. Bezerra de Menezes observes him with the due attention of an experienced and very careful doctor. He looks at his eyes, analyzes his pathological problem, his breathing, his emotions, and his feelings. Elvis opens his eyes and curiously asks him, "What are you looking at?" Quietly, this was not the time to explain. The patient needed to rest until he was referred to the time to continue living by his own forces. Dr. Bezerra gave him a pass. He put his hands on him, moving them with circular movements. Fragrances and perfumes are exhaled by Elvis, who sleeps and rests without reacting. The doctor's hands go to the stomach, the lips, the esophagus, the bones, and the brain. With extreme patience, he calls the team in charge of the spiritual surgeries. You, who are in the team of prophylaxis and asepsis, must understand the moment the Son of Rock is passing through, that it is not a moment to play. His spiritual body needs special care. He was a man who did not hate life, so he will be able to recover differently from other patients. Here we see, brothers, you who will reincarnate to be doctors. The patient is not in shock, but his diagnosis is delicate, quite sensitive. Notice the somewhat sad look in his eyes, with nostalgia for memories of the not-too-distant past. He doesn't suffer like other patients who have indulged in murder, misdeeds, persistent mistakes, and others who have indulged in narcotics, deforming the perispirit. I have already explained to you what is perispirit, the semi-material body. Keep in mind that the patient's previous behavior before disincarnating can lead him to a faster or slower recovery. Our brother ate undisciplined, slept little, his emotions were not so good. I know that you would love for him to give you an autograph to take to the relatives who have not disincarnated. Everyone smiles moderately, without losing attention to the preceptor's explanation, raising each one's spirits for the vocation and tendency in medicine. Observe the eyes, they don't seem to want to open. The sense of touch made him sleep after the pass, the fluids made him better, his lungs, his hands, his heart, everything demonstrates the attraction he had for the valuable sense of living. Curious, one of the students asks, "Doctor, what did this patient really disembody from?" "Can't you see, you distinguished student? Nobody dies because they want to. The word death frightens those who fear it. Have you still not concluded what led him to disincarnate?" "No, sir," answers the disappointed student. Pay attention. He disincarnated due to the routine he was following, weakening his physical body. He didn't give himself up to drugs as some people think. He slept very little. Sadness dominated him. His worries were such that it affected his heart. His heartbeat was no longer good. The hard routine of being a famous man put him in the obligation of meeting the demand of shows that never ended. Not out of greed or avarice, but because the public wanted him on stage. He felt very pressured to fulfill what was established. He wanted to live, a lot. His body became fragile. Some artists overdo it, not giving the proper importance to their health, and this causes aggravating consequences. Abandonment of life, of quality of life, and what was quite identified. Usually, when success comes, greed comes to alter even the personality of the artist. One cannot abandon physical health in any way for the sake of satisfying gold and banknotes. This occurs, and it is not uncommon. In the case of our brother, son of rock, Elvis Presley, he was much more a victim than a suicide. He really didn't want to disincarnate. The contingencies of life led him to choose whatever was most pleasant for him, with a happy rocker feeling, for pleasing young men and women, but he didn't even imagine disincarnating that August. His personality entitled him king of rock. Wealth is a rather difficult test for those who want to go through it. He did not allow himself to be conceited by the facilities of wealth. It was the love of music and of being loved by all. His heart, you can see here, was on the verge of silencing its beats. His arteries could no longer bear it. He needs rest and treatment by the selfless team of doctors that you are. When you graduate, you will see that the need to care for the physical body is vital for the prolongation of the given existence. When the incarnated spirit does not take care of his own spirit or his physical body, he comes to languish, leading to an early disembodiment, then he dies. After he had rested for a while, Elvis couldn't hold back his tears. Dr. Bezerra de Menezes watches him attentively. In front of him is a huge magnetic screen that passes at his own will, but he didn't know it was the ceremonial of his own burial. Poor guy. He died and now he has to see so many people. My God. It's true, he just disincarnated, but he is alive. What should I do? I can't see the body, only the coffin, without the name. It must be a young man. I see. Died of what? Heart. I will pray for him. Me too, my friend. There are thousands of people looking at his body, but I don't see him. Dr. Bezerra de Menezes approaches. Interesting, I can't see him either. I've never seen a television like this. It's as thin as a sheet of paper. Is it from a new factory? I'll buy it for myself. When will I get out of here? I have to sing. Many people are waiting for me. When I die, I want to be an archangel. Dr. Bezerra couldn't wake him up now. He was waiting for an opportunity. I was there, seeing myself, and didn't know it was me inside the coffin. Oh my God. Give me the address of this factory and I'll go there. No need, it's right here. Where are my clothes? I'm almost naked. You want your clothes? Watch. Look with wisdom, smile, and you'll get your clothes. Close your eyes. To cheer him up and wake him up, the doctor dresses him by idioplasty. And he realizes how heavy his clothes were. Ah, thank you. I have my clothes on. Why are they heavy? Stand up. I can't. Aren't these clothes nice? Of course they are. Some people don't like them because they think they look like black people's. I don't think so. Whether they're black or not, they're beautiful just the same. Oh, I know, he points with his hand, you're not a racist. I'm not. All men are equal. Oh yes, why are these clothes heavy? You must be thinner, look at yourself. The nurse brings you a mirror. My eyes, I can't see. Get out of the TV and you'll see. Boy, does this young man look like me? I agree. Doctor, isn't that my brother in there? Oh no, he died when he was a baby. It's too funny, here I am, and there is a young man, very similar to me, dead. Death does not exist, says Dr. Bezerra. Thrilled, Elvis still didn't know he was disembodied, despite seeing his own face on the magnetic screen. Only he and himself, his own image to convince him of his disembodiment. Doctor, this must be a fan who is dead. Yes, he must be a fan of his own. I didn't quite understand. Dr. Bezerra takes off his clothes and gives him back his soft white clothes. Elvis cries with great emotion and surprise. His legs tremble, he opens his arms. Dr. Bezerra de Menezes embraces him. Very moved, Elvis, in tears, surrenders with immense sensitivity for his discovery. Now he hugs him very tight. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me that I was dead? No, son, you are not dead, you just left your physical body. There is only a corpse. A corpse feels no pain and has no feelings. You are alive, more alive than before. Elvis couldn't hold back his tears. Oh God! Oh God! I'm alive, alive, new joy invades his soul. Tears from his heart overwhelm him. I am alive. Alive, alive, alive. This is wonderful. Why didn't you tell me before? I want to tell everybody that I am alive and will stay alive. Yes, of course you will. I want to live, to live. Live much, much, much more. And without a body, even better. God is good, God is good. Yes, He is very good. I want to tell everybody that even after death I am alive. It seems like a miracle of God's nature. And Jesus, the Master Jesus, where is He? Where is He? In your heart, my dear Son of God. I'm going to get on a plane and leave here right now. I want to let Priscilla know that I am alive, and Lisa Marie too. And my mommy Gladys, who loves me so much. And my father Vernon. Get some rest, you can see them in a little while, don't worry. Stay, lie down and recover from your fatigue. This was a big surprise for you. Elvis continued his emotion. He didn't want in any way to contain what was coming at him. Under his manner, imbued with emotions not felt by him until his discovery, he rested. He thought constantly about his emotions and the happy discovery that he was still alive after death. Emotions entertained his soul, governing his most sincere principles. Doctor, when can I? He's not here, answered another nurse, who was following the progress of his situation. Lila was a dedicated, emotional woman who had chosen to be a volunteer nurse. She had practiced her profession as a doctor when incarnated. Who are you? I am a nurse. I'm still tired. Where's the doctor? He's not here. Where did he go? He went to visit another hospital. I don't understand, and it leaves me stranded here. No, you are not abandoned. I am here. I am your nurse. Only Dr. Bezerra de Menezes left me here, and I asked him to stay and help you. Where are you from, nurse? My God, I was a doctor. A doctor? You were demoted? Yeah, that's right. What did you do? I trafficked in organs. I told them how to do it. I practically did everything. I brokered the sales, captured children with a gang of helpers, put children, youth, and adults in, took what I could from the victims' bodies and sold their organs. It was very profitable. I could make 10 times as much in just one day. The money won me a lot, and here I am. Very moved, Elvis picks up his comb, hits his top knot, and speaks. I no longer felt so much attachment. Money didn't mean so much to me. I just wanted to live enough for my family. I never killed. I sing for pleasure and love what I do. I'm not one to kill. I just sing and sing. But talk, I want to know more. I am very interested in your story. Is your life suffered? Yes, I don't mean that suffering. I have made a lot of money. I wonder how much a kidney must have cost. I wouldn't trade rock for any organ. Rock is pure. How did you get discovered? I wanted a lot of money. My will ruled. I wanted to be the richest woman in the world. The business was very profitable. Profitable? By taking people's lives? I can't even imagine stealing from someone, let alone organs. Rock music to me is my life, it's my living. I could never imagine myself without rock and roll. The police had been investigating me for a long time. One day, I was delivering an organ. I was caught selling it to the police themselves. So many guns were pointed at me. I dropped the kidney, which fell at the feet of the policeman. The cooler opened. This was a great disappointment for me. I was very distressed. Without any justification, I was shot in the heart by a policeman who was the father of one of the young men we had caught. The doctor granted me the opportunity to redeem myself from my request. He told me that I will take some time to be reborn. What do you mean to be reborn? Reincarnate, to go to another body. He said I could not choose, since I have killed many and will have to take responsibility for all my actions. I will have to go through the justice of God, who is good, just and merciful. Elvis, curious, kept listening. It's terrible. The other nurse appears smiling. How is the patient son of rock? I'm fine, maid. I love you. I love you too. I think you'd better sleep. Give him a sleeping injection. Lila, you did well, very well. Thank you. I just hope I have to correct everything I did wrong. You'll make it right, don't worry. Elvis slept softly, with his comb in his hand. The lights were still asepsying his spiritual body. He was conscious, very curious, and very depressed by the long dialogue with Lila. The king of rock rested, vividly reassured by the fluidic lights. Inebriating luminosity of peace slowly removed his fluidic masses still absorbed before disincarnation. These masses of impurities acquired through the course of emotions, the physical body slowly absorbs them. As time goes by, the spirit is not able to totally filter these energies, which gradually brutalized the spirit, in order to get rid of them after disincarnation, depending on each one's acceptance and evolution. Elvis was breathing relatively well. The nurse was called to another service with Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. Leave him with Lila. She will take care of the patient. Her past will not interfere with his recovery. If she fails? Everyone makes mistakes. If they persist in making mistakes, they suffer the consequences. She will do her best to succeed. Will he be all right, doctor? Yes, he will be fine. unless the patient son of rock doesn't want to. He suffered a shock when he learned of his death, that is, of his disincarnation. But there is nothing he cannot overcome with the love of Jesus Christ, the Master. Time is the element that God uses for the benefit of any living being. Servant of God, new moments of opportunity will come to embrace also all those who have become famous, be it by any means of efforts. They have had to face their own difficulties. Lila is not alone, she will receive help. With the way of evaluation, the rumors about Elvis continued. Adored by many, thousands upon thousands of people mourned the loss of their idol. His life would have been easier if he was of better restraint. Young women went crazy when they found out what happened to Elvis. For some he was gone, for others the memory kept dividing love, depression. Young people would never say, Elvis is gone. For his fans, he will always be in the memory of their memories. When the body dies, the life of the spirit awakening in the new dimension revives.